So, welcome to this video, and in this video this will be a video on how to build an FPV transmitter using a Boscam, this little one. This is a 400 milliwatt. It's quite cheap on Banggood. Okay. And so I already have here all the bits and pieces that I'll need, so I'll need a camera. I have here, it's a regular FPV camera, 700 TVR, I think, can't remember anymore. I have an FPV antenna that I've built previously. You can see my other video on how to build one of these. So it's the transmitter as I showed you. It's a Boscam 400 milliwatt video transmitter. You'll need a microphone. You can also get this on banggood.com. It's quite cheap. You'll need two of these 470 UF 16 volts capacitors. You'll need 3 switches, dip switch. You'll need a tension regulator like this one that you can also get on banggood.com. I already have this one soldered because I had used this before. You'll need one of these. This is like a servo extension, male, female, and you'll also need a JST. And so these are pretty much all the parts you'll need to assemble a working video transmitter for FPV. So I'll start with this one because it's already done. So what I have here is, I have my JST lead soldered into the input of this power module. This is a step down power module from 12 volts to 3.3, which is what this transmitter is able to deal with. So I have my JST lead black and white soldered into the positive and negative of this thing here, going this way, and on the other side I have again going out ground and black and red. But the thing is that along with this JST I also have this, the female part of the servo extension, or the male part, I'm not sure, this one, this side, which is this one that you'd cut this in half and keep this for one side and this other end for the other side. In this case I already have, this one is just to show you, I already have this one here, and as you see, this has a black, a red and a white wire. So this is to plug my camera, and basically I have the white wire going to the yellow, and this only means that this will be video, and then my camera works with 12 volts but my transmitter works with 3.3. so at the same time I feed all the system through the JST lead with 12 volts coming from a power pack. I also have the red and black of this one that goes to the camera soldered along with the red and black. They are in parallel with the red and black of the JST. In this case I will be feeding 12 volts into the step down module, and once I plug my camera here, once I connect, as you can see here, my camera, once I connect the camera leads there, I will also be feeding the camera with 12 volts to make it work. But the power going through this, leaving on this side, coming out on this side, will be only 3.3. Here you have, on this side you have 12 volts going in, and on this side you have 3.3 coming out, and that will be for the VCC on the transmitter and black to ground. Okay, so this is basically the connection. JST servo extension this side, both reds, both black, going into the input of the power module, and the white one goes straight without going through the power module, just for video signal. Okay. Oh, you'll also need bits of heat shrink tubing. Okay. So what I'll do right now is I'll cover this with a bit of heat shrink because it is already done. So just put the wires through and put it in place and heat it a little bit, and that's what I'll do for now. Okay, so this part is done. Next step, I'll start doing the soldering in the transmitter, and I'll solder this deep switch to channels 1, 2, and 3, and I'll do it more or less like this, and this side. On the other side I'll bend the pins like this. You see how they're bent now, and this will stay like this on top. I'll solder these pins here on top for ground, and these ones here on the connections for the 3 channels. So I have here 1, I have here 1, 2, 3 that will go to, this is upside down, that will go to channels 1, 2, and 3 of the transmitter. Focus, yeah, I had to bend these pins on this side as well a little bit in order for them to fit here, because as you see, channel 3 is a bit away from channels 1 and 2. You have here channels 1 and 2, but 3 is a bit farther away. So the thing I did was I bent these. Focus, yeah. And now what I'm about to do is I'll pre-tin all of these connectors, and I'll also pre-tin the connections on the receiver. So let me see if my welding iron is, yes, it is warm enough now. So I'll pre-tin these. And these as well. these ones on the other side. Okay. Now I'll simply ground, so I'll simply align these and solder them together. Okay, I have it closed now. So try to make it to do it on camera. I have it closed. Okay. Yes. See how it ends up. Ground is there in the middle. Now I'm gonna go for these ones on this side, and I'll simply solder these together. Okay, that is done. Okay, so now that this is done, we're gonna go for this cable, the cable with the, the voltage regulator, and we're gonna solder that. The red one, we will solder it to VCC, then the black one to ground, and the yellow one to video on the receiver. Oh no, the yellow one's not gonna go to video because one of these capacitors has to go in between. I was about to forget that. Okay, so negative leg, this one where you have the gray stripe, has to go on the video connector, see, on the receiver, and then only after that the yellow wire will connect to the positive leg of the capacitor, which is the other one on the other side. Okay, negative one is this one where you have the stripe, and positive one is this one. So I also have to connect this one, the other capacitor, here in between the black and the red wires coming from power. And having everything here so close to the receiver, sometimes if I have a crash or just moving it around, it happens to break and ruins the receiver. So instead of having this capacitor here next to the receiver, I'll put here a piece of wire, and then I'll solder the capacitor a bit far away with some heat shrink, and it will be safer for the receiver. Okay, so I'll pull this out like this. This other capacitor will also go here with red and black wires. Okay, once again, negative leg on the side where the stripe is goes to black, and the other side, positive leg, goes to red. So let me just warm this up. Yay. Got that done. Got the other one done. Now, two pieces of wire, and I'll solder red to red and black to black. So black one is gonna go to black one. Okay, and red one. In this case it's orange because I had no more red wire, but it doesn't matter the color. It's close. Red one goes to red one. Now I have the capacitor in line. Red with red and black with black. Okay. On the capacitor, which is soldered to the yellow wire on its negative leg, I'll also add another piece of yellow wire to take it further to the transmitter. As you see now, they're both like this. I'll cover them both with some heat shrink. I think it's a good idea to keep them covered with some heat shrink. Yes, this will be nice. I'll cut this in half and I'll put this here. I could zoom out a little bit, so I'll cover this one with this and the other one with this. Now, let me just warm it up to get it in place. Okay. Now, I have it here. And what I'll do is this will be soldered to, I have the capacitors, one in the video and one with power here, instead of being too close to this, because it happened to me before that then this broke and the transmitter was ruined. Now I'll simply solder these here, the wires, and it will be a lot, hopefully, I hope it'll be a lot stronger. Okay, ground is gonna go to ground. And 12 volts is gonna go to 12 volts. Sorry, I got a bit off camera, but now I have the thing soldered. Shit, I made a mistake. I soldered the yellow one to the audio pin, not to the video pin. Let me change it. Oh yeah, now it's right. Now it is in place. Video pin. Okay. This is pretty much what I end up with.